letting me be in this playpen with y'all. This is my favorite fucking place to read poetry. It's just the best, so thank you guys. And oh yeah, I'm Tracy, and these are kind of old poems, but a lot of y'all are new to me, so I thought I'd be a little lazy and break them out tonight. I hope you don't mind. Okay. Pussy fucking fingernails. My nails were no longer pussy fucking nails, so I bit them off. Then I put on red lipstick. I shaved just one side of my head and let my hair down. I wanted to construct a half three-piece mod suit, half bodycon bunny dress, oh shit, I lost my hat, half baggy jeans, half skinny, but there were too many halves in the equation, and I once learned about fractions. Yeah, I gotta move my head. I wanted to be Grace Jones and David Bowie and Lou Reed and J.D. Sampson, to scurry about in no man or woman's land. There, I'm just a bottom feeder, with too fat a bottom. I tried to disentangle androgyny from thinness and ended up masturbating out of self-loathing. That's usually when I stroke my invisible cock. It's invisible, but big. I was dreaming about girls in thongs and ended up almost buying one online, but my invisible credit card number didn't authenticate. The straight men in my life. I can count on one hand the straight men in my life who I actually care about. Here are their phone numbers: 917-841-5240, 516-248-6414, 336-961-9352, 512-922-1013, 626-200-6887.
YouTube.
Gripped. Sarah says it's not gay if you use a strap-on. I say it's gayer. She says I'm not allowed to use gay in a pejorative sense with a girl's leg wrapped around me. So she wraps her legs around me, and I'm silent for a moment until I comment, "That was positive reinforcement." And she responds, "You are positively annoying." And she grips me with those leg muscles people are always working on the gym, making me uncomfortable. Uncomfortable both before and because they use a thigh master. Apparently, thigh master has found its way out of my mouth, and she is laughing, no longer gripping. Because you're never gripped by someone who you want to laugh at. And you're always laughed at by someone who you'd like to grip. And I was thinking about the efficacy of gripping as a term for lesbian sex, which was really getting in the way of us having any. Paradox. Letting a guy who loves himself come on your chest is hating yourself. Letting a guy who hates himself come on your chest is loving him. So I heard Frank O'Hara get one shout out tonight, and I don't know if there are any real poetry nerds in the audience, but this is a poem that is after Lana Turner has collapsed. And it's called, oh my hat. I'll get you later. It's Lindsay Lohan's out of prison. Lindsay Lohan's out of prison. I was blog rolling along, and suddenly my neighbor starts downloading porn. And he says it's YouTube that takes up the bandwidth, but I don't hear any music or laughter, just chair legs scraping a floor. And he's letting me get online free, so I don't complain about the less than 5 minutes that the internet acts exactly like his chair. And suddenly I see a headline: Lindsay Lohan's out of prison. There is no news on the internet. There's just information porn. I went to Vassar College and put lots of stuff up my nose, but I never admitted I had a problem. Oh, Lindsay Lohan, you must need a hug. This is Fear of Missing Out. I remember when you sucked on my nipple, looking at the other like the picture of FOMO. I pitied you. You can't have both at once, no matter how effusively you trade off. And this is the last poem that I'll read for you tonight. It's research on the topic of twinks. I tried to watch porn again, as research on the topic of twinks. Drew said I would be the kind of person to know what a twink was. It was outrageous that I didn't. But I didn't. What's a twink? I asked him. What's a twink? He scoffed. You of all people should know what a twink is. But I didn't. So I asked him, what's a twink? And he said, oh, you know. But I didn't, so I said, no, I don't. What's a twink? And he said, they're a particular gay, twiggy, very skinny. Are you a twink? I asked him. He was particularly gay and twiggy, very skinny. Decidedly not, he said. Have you seen my beard? I guess twinks are hairless, I said. I wish he had responded, prepubescence often is, so I could have distinguished between often and mostly. But he just said, indeed, sipped Prosecco through his teeth, set his miniature glass next to a statue of the Buddha, looked downtown and said, you should really watch some porn. Thank you.